Hello, my name is Philip, and this is my first YouTube video, and I'm just really encouraged, and I want to, share my encouragement with some people out there. Well, anyways, I'm a believer in Jesus, and have been for a few years now, about 10 years. So, one of the things that I have recently discovered is that, or at least have an answer to, is that upon believing in Jesus, Jesus gives you a new way of thinking, a new life. And when I received that, I was extremely torn because all the bad habits that I had were still there. When I say the bad habits, the desires to do what is bad. And it hurt me a lot because I gave my life to the Lord. Why do I still have these issues? So I spent a long time, being discouraged and bummed out. And, you know, I asked people for help and prayer. And, I'm pretty sure I've gotten the answer numerous times, but it recently hit home to me because I was just walking home from work one day, like maybe 3 days ago, and I realized that, like, you know what, the devil's main point is to try to keep your mind off of Jesus. That is the main point. That's the main game he's running with. And I realized that, my old sinful man does that too. Tries to keep my mind off of God. And, I begin to realize that, hey, you know what? This isn't who I want to be. This isn't the direction that I want to go in. What matters is what I will to do. And then it just dawned on me. I was just like, you know what? I will to do the will of God. And the devil and my sinful nature are absolute enemies to that. And I don't want to listen to either one of those things. So I can't tell you how liberating it has been for me to actually embrace and pay enough attention to see the difference that, hey, when my flesh acts up, that the flesh is just doing its thing. When the flesh responds to the Lord, it's just doing what it does naturally, resisting God. But you know what? I've been given another way out. My soul says I'm going to do the will of God, and though the flesh is trying to, persuade me and get me back into the old way of thinking, try to recapture my soul, if you will, I say no. I will to do the will of God. So anything that my flesh or the devil says, I cast behind me and I say no. I'm doing the will of God, and what my flesh and what the devil says has absolutely nothing on me. And like I said, I can't tell you how liberating that's been for me because in the past, I really didn't understand that distinction. My flesh would speak to me, I would be thinking, oh man, that's all, I mean, that's me. And in a sense, it's your old man, but that's not, that doesn't have to be you, you know? You have a new life in Christ that's not even on that same level. It's above the flesh. It's righteous, it's holy, it's innocent and perfect because the Lord's perfect. So again, the flesh and the devil, Satan, are going to do what they're going to do, but you are not obligated to be discouraged by them or to be, hurt by the things that come through your mind. It's going to do what it's going to do. But what you do is recognize that there is a distinction. You don't live to those things anymore. You live to God in Christ, and that is the point. And like I said, I know I probably keep on beating it and beating it and beating it, but I'm telling you, it's liberating. because those things are going to be there. Don't get discouraged by those things being there because they're going to be there. But just recognize that and don't let them push you away from God, because no matter what, God is calling you to Himself. No matter what, God will never push you away. God will always draw you to Himself. And if you hear any voice or any kind of motive or desire or anything that's kind of pressuring you to resist God, you know that's the devil. And if you have a heart for the Lord in you, then what you do is you rebuke that, you recognize that, you rebuke that, and you draw near to God, because those things have no power over you. And your will is stronger than what those things are trying to convince you to do. They're trying to persuade your will to follow them, the flesh and the devil. But you give your will and obey the word of the Lord and follow Him. So I hope this made sense, and I hope it blesses you as much as it is blessing me. So you guys have a great day in the Lord, and yeah, God bless you guys. Bye bye.